Okay, so this is the second film I'm going to review in the series, so to speak, of film reviews. Last time I done Lucy. Tonight I watched the film Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Now, despite not being a Michael Bay film, this had certain Michael Bay characteristics. I have to say, when I came across the trailer, this brought back something of childhood nostalgia. I sort of remember growing up with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles when I can't have been more than 9 years old, and my mother sort of lets me know that I loved it, and I think that it would have been interesting just to see this, so I was pretty keen to see it, even though for about well over a decade I completely lost any sort of sense of interest in it at all. But one thing about this film I would say is it is not in any way a childish film. It's not necessarily adult, but if you think this is a film for children, I would say it definitely isn't. So it's not. There's quite a big gulf between the original animated series and this version. As I mentioned, Michael Bay is not the director, although he is involved in the production. The director is actually a guy called Jonathan Liebesman, who I admit this is the first time I've come across him, a South African film director and writer. The voiceovers, well, other casts in it, let's see, you have Megan Fox played the role of April O'Neil, which some purists have criticised because the original April O'Neil was a splintered blonde. And respectively, it was reported, I'm reading for Wikipedia here, admittedly, that Alan Ritchson, Pete Plosick, Jeremy Hard and Noel Fisher were cast as Raphael, Leonardo, Donatello and Michelangelo respectively. In early April, Will Arnett was cast in the role, and he was cast in the role as April's cameraman and love interest. And then we have Danny Woodburn in the role of the villain Splinter, and William Fichtner plays a millionaire former scientist who's a shady character. More about him in a minute. Sorry. This villain is not Splinter. Splinter is the father-like rat. Shredder, of course, is the villain. And he is played by, I'm just checking right now, Whoopi Goldberg plays April's boss. Just looking right now who plays Shredder, I'm afraid I cannot find that right now. Apologies, I cannot find who plays the role of the villain Shredder. Anyway, to get to the point, I give this film 8 out of 10. It's highly entertaining. It's incredible special effects. I know I emphasise that a lot, but I think sometimes CGI gets a little bit of bad slack, which is undeserved. Look, in the end of the day, people go to the cinema for escapism. They go to be entertained. So, if you have a sort of technology that can utilise incredible special effects, why not use it? I can't say for sure this was CGI, but whatever technology they were using was excellent. Ken Watanabe, I think, was Shredder. Just come across it. Yeah, I think it was Ken Watanabe played that role. Shredder, of course, is a villainous. Here we go. This is the full cast. Tohru Masamune, Shredder. Mine Noji as Kairai. I think she's sort of the leading henchwoman, so to speak. But basically, it's a very interesting cast, and basically, I'd recommend this film. There are purists, of course, who try comparing it to the original, saying it lacks the innocence of the original. It's and they'll point to all the details that are wrong. But as a film in its own right, I do think this is entertaining. There is an edgier side to the Turtles, I guess you could say, especially the character of Raphael, who wasn't my favourite character. I think they were, and just as with the last video, you know, don't watch this if you haven't seen the film yet. But basically, I'm sorry, I'm not choreographing this very well, but spontaneous video. But basically, what I would say is, great, I've lost my track of thought now. Yeah, purists don't like this film compared to the original, but you know, it is a big film, it's a big blockbuster film, and I appreciate that's not to everyone's taste. But if you want action, if you want escapism, if you want incredible special effects, giant talking super strength turtles, incredible martial arts sequences, then yeah, watch this film. All around it's just good entertainment. And I've watched a video where there's sort of a comparison between this and there was a 1990 film. Some people say there was a coolness to that this is a bit too gritty, and that's where the Michael Bay criticism came in. Some people were saying it looks too much Michael Bay, and there is an element to it that looks slightly like Bad Boys, or sort of like a too much maybe focus on crime, or rather than being, I don't know, I don't necessarily agree with that. If just for the storyline, it's quite straightforward. Basically, you have this plot whereby scientists were working on a project. One of the scientists is corrupt, kills the other guy. The young girl, who's the daughter of the other guy, manages to save the 4 turtles and Rat. She releases them into a New York City sewer. They then grew up mutated into super strength creatures that save the city from the sinister organisation, partly led by the scientist who is in cahoots with a robotic Japanese samurai type figure called Shredder, who's terrorising New York City with his legions. So basically the Turtles are the Superman, the Batman, they are the superhero role. They do all have their own characteristics, and that in itself definitely makes it compelling. So all in all, I do rank this film quite highly. I give it 8 out of 10. If you've seen it, let me know your thoughts. Keep it respectful. Thanks for watching.